You don't need a huge budget in order to have a stunning living room. In this video, I'm going to give you the hottest and latest modern living room design trends and how to get them affordably. My name is Carrie, a designer here at Penny Modern, and I brought you the freshest design trends from sources like House Beautiful and Architectural Digest in order to give you the most impactful design choices you can make to get that modern living room look this year. We're going to cover everything from must-have color palettes to bold design choices and everything in between. And if you stay until the end, which I highly suggest that you do, I'm going to give you 3 money-saving hacks in order to get that modern living room look without breaking the bank. So let's go. Now imagine walking into your living room. What's the first thing that you notice? The colors, right? Well, we're going to be seeing a lot less of those cool, crisp whites and cool grays this year. We're going to see something warmer. House Beautiful has identified that we're going to be seeing a lot of colors that connect us to nature. So like a sandy beige, a terracotta, like this pillow even, and then muted greens. So these earth tones are definitely going to be coming more in style. Using these earthy colors are going to make your living room feel more grounded, more calming, and it's going to feel more like a sanctuary after coming home from a long day. So let your living room reflect this natural earthy vibe. You can do that very easily through something like a textile, like a throw blanket, or a pillow, or you can use your furniture. Like here I have this brown furniture, which is obviously a very earth tone, and then you can also use it through paint or rugs or something like that and get those earth tones. So these colors are going to invite relaxation and warmth into your space, and we are saying goodbye to cool grays and the stark whites previous years and welcome to these muted earthy color palettes. Now as you sit down, you notice something around you. There's no more harsh angular shapes. It's actually flowing circular and rounded edges on your furniture and all the objects around you. It's something that makes it feel inviting and cozy instead of harsh and sharp. Architectural Digest points out that this year is all about rounded shapes in furniture and design. So whether that's a round coffee table, a rounded edge sofa, or a round chair like this one, this year is all about rounded shapes, soft shapes, and curves in furniture. Rounded shapes not only soften the look of your room, but they actually make it look more inviting. And by focusing on these shapes, you're going to get that more modern aesthetic that you're looking for. So using that rounded edge furniture, rounded edge sofa, round coffee tables, that's going to help give your living room that modern look. If you're feeling inspired by these ideas, but you need a little help putting things together, I've got a great free resource for you. It's this room makeover planner and checklist. It's 100% free, and it'll help you decide what you want to keep and what you want to get, and also it'll help you do a floor plan and figure out what you need to buy and how much your budget should be to do your own room makeover. So download it today at pennymodern.com/freebies. Imagine you're in your new dream living room and you're looking across the space, but your eye gets caught by something. Well, it's something that's bold. It's something that's eye-catching, but it doesn't overwhelm your space. You might not even realize what it is at first. Is it art? Is it a painting? It's integrated into the room, but you might not even realize what it is at first. Nope, it's not just decor. It's the walls themselves. According to the Spruce, wallpaper, like bold statement wallpapers and wall treatments, are coming back in a big way this year. And this is perfect for DIYers or renters because you can use peel and stick wallpaper to create a bold statement wall, or even do a peel and stick mural that's going to make your space look amazing and stand out and look like nobody else's. You can personalize it to your taste. You can match your throw pillows to some of the color schemes. This is something that there are endless possibilities with the peel and stick wallpaper, and I wanted to give you guys a link down below to my Amazon storefront where I share some of my favorite peel and stick wallpapers. So we're back in your dream living room. I want you to picture yourself looking across the room, and you see something that is bold, it is beautiful, it's a showstopper. And guess what? It makes your mood instantly better whenever you look at it. What do you think it could be? It's actually large-scale art. Home and Gardens reports that statement art and large-scale art is going to be a huge trend this year and next, and I am all over it. You know, I also have large-scale art in my place, and it doesn't have to break the bank. It gives you a focal point in your room if you don't have one, and it really makes a statement about who you are and what you love, and it, again, really elevate your room if you do a picture of something you love. And it doesn't have to break the bank. So you can do DIY some art, or you can also buy it from places like Etsy and do printable art that you then frame yourself. Or you can do like I did and scour some estate sales and thrift stores. I actually got this for $20 at an estate sale right near my house, and I love it. And so it doesn't have to break the bank. So if you want to learn how to decorate your home like a pro on a budget you can actually afford, make sure you hit subscribe, because that's what we're all about here at Penny Modern. Now back to our living room trend. So think about your new living room and how it's going to feel when you sit down and sit back, and it's going to feel different. It's going to feel subtle but different, and it's not just how it looks, it's not just visual, it's how it feels. And it's going to feel layered, and it's going to feel like rich and has depth. So that is something that you can achieve through having different layers of textures on your couches or in your chairs or just in your room. And so like here I have different texture pillows, like one is kind of a velvet, and then I have one that's more of a texture pillow. I even have one that's a fake leather pillow, and that's different textures, and it helps give your room depth. And then I also have kind of like this boucle blanket, and that way you're also getting another texture there, and I'm layering it on with texture of the couch and the upholstery on that. So adding those textures, adding those richness and luxe materials, that's really going to help elevate your living room and make it more modern looking. Now here's where things get really interesting. Imagine your living room and you're looking around and everything is really new, really modern, and really beautiful. But there is one thing in there that's not, and it's actually something that's kind of scratched up. Maybe it's something used. Maybe it's something you've had for years. Maybe it's something you found at a thrift store or a vintage shop. And that is actually a vintage piece of furniture. So sometimes adding something old and vintage to a modern space helps give it character, depth, and makes it feel lived in. And that is one of the trends that we're going to continue to see, is adding something. Maybe it's a bench or a ottoman that's a well-worn leather ottoman. You know, that could be something that you're going to add to your space to give it that little bit of character, and that's definitely going to be on trend this year. And I want to know, what is your favorite place to source vintage pieces for your home? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, let me ask you something. How does your living room make you feel? What if I told you that there's a new trend coming that's going to affect how you actually feel in your living room? So there's a new trend that isn't just about style. It's actually about creating a space that helps nurture your well-being. Introducing personal wellness zones. These are little areas in your living room that are going to give you a little retreat from the world. So it could be something like this, a little reading nook I created, or it could be a place to meditate or do your yoga. And we all know we're sometimes having a multifunctional room because not all of us can live in a really large space. So sometimes your room has to feel double duty, but that's totally okay, because now we are going to have personal wellness zones to give us a little treat from the hectic everyday life. And that way we can have a place to read, or we can have a place to meditate, or we can have a place to do yoga, or maybe it's just even a place to put your plants and take care of your plants because you're a plant mom. And as promised, here are those 3 money-saving tips. The first one is all about refinishing what you have. So if you have a table maybe that you don't like the finish anymore, you can repaint it very easily with just a coat of spray paint. Or maybe you can refinish a coffee table, and there's all kinds of paints. The one that I just bought recently is called Heirloom Traditions, and you can actually paint furniture and you don't need to do all this sanding ahead of time. Another great way to save money is to actually shop secondhand. What I have gotten in the habit of doing is actually going to Facebook Marketplace Marketplace before I go to the store to go buy a piece of home decor. I always look there first. I've scored some really great stuff. I did get one of those fire pits for my outside patio, and I was about to go buy it at Lowe's for like 500 bucks. I found it online and I sent a lowball offer and they accepted it for like $250. So basically I got it for half price that I would have paid at the store just by sending a lowball offer on Facebook Marketplace. You can also look on OfferUp and go to thrift stores. I recommend going to them regularly so you can see the fresh shipments. And then also places like eBay and then consignment shops or antique stores. So the third tip is all about using more affordable materials. So instead of hiring some decorator or somebody to come do real wallpaper in your house, you can just get the peel and stick kind and do it yourself. You also, instead of getting a wool rug or a real vintage Persian rug made out of real fibers and everything, you can get something that's made out of poly or some kind of acrylic fiber, and that way you're obviously going to save quite a bit of money just by using more affordable materials. So now that I've inspired you to do your own makeover and give you inspiration on the modern living room looks, why don't you watch this next video, which is all about me and doing my own living room makeover, and you can see how I transformed this room from absolutely nothing to what it is today. So watch that right here.